Yes, boss. You see the topic and what it is that we're talking about, right? Once you get burned, that's when you start to learn. If you never heard of that before, I'm going to break it down for you, make it real easy for you. So when I say getting burned in life, it's mainly like, when you don't choose to listen the first time, then you get yourself in a situation, you get burned, you feel the fire, and you're like, ouch, I think I learned my lesson. It's one of those type of things, bro. I don't know if it's a human nature thing, but I can honestly tell you like this. In life, sometimes whenever somebody talks to us or somebody says something to us, their words may not have any impact. Their words may hold weight to us, but it's not as impacting to where it's like, I think I've learned a lesson out of this. Some people learn a lesson once they put themselves in a predicament and then they get burned. You feel me? That's when it's like, oh, I think I learned my lesson. So I'll give you a quick example into that, right? You know how when some kids, live fast, I'm going to be an adult from early, go out, skip school, or, start having sex at an early age, and then they get in a situation where it's like, yo, I think I got a girl pregnant, or the girl is pregnant now. It's like, that's when people start to hear, and they start to feel that flame like, ouch, I think I learned my lesson. Yeah. Because why? You're already in the waters now. Sometimes things don't have such of a strong impact on you because you're not in it first-handedly. But once you're in it, you know how to feel. So it's like, yo, I don't like the way how this feeling makes me feel. I got to get up out of this. You get what I'm saying? Moving on, right? Besides having direct experience, you have to understand that sometimes when people put themselves in a situation where they do get burned, whether they intend to or they see it or not, you have to understand that it's like risk awareness. You feel me? So you may have been oblivious the first time, but after you got burned, you'll be able to have more of a stronger awareness. So if that issue or that situation ever was to arise in the future, you would know how to move accordingly. You get what I'm saying? So you're not caught up in that predicament. And as well as that, you got to understand as well, right? When you're the type of person that puts yourself in these risky situations and you choose not to learn the first time, you might get a much more harsh consequences the second time around. I'll give you an example into that. Let's say you're a person who likes to get in trouble, live fast, rob, hit licks, whatever your flavor is. You could have gotten caught the first time, and you know what? We'll give you a slap on the wrist. That doesn't guarantee that the second time you're going to get a slap on the wrist, if you get where I'm going with this. You could have been a person, I got in trouble, I felt a little bit of a flame, I think I learned my lesson. But the flame wasn't like it wasn't scorching. So you felt a little bit of flame and it was like, that's it, I'm done. I felt enough fire. No, sometimes what it takes is for some people to lose their time or lose a little bit of freedom in order for them to understand what it is that they had. It's just like the famous saying, you hear me say this all the time. People don't know the use of something until it's gone. Why do you think there are a lot of people out here who play these risky games? Play with fire. Let me see if I could hang over the cliff and let me see if I'm going to fall or not. There are some people who like to flirt with danger, flirt with their own lives, or flirt with problems and all type of chaos because they're not used to seeing the fire in a situation. Until when they get burned, or if that's a situation that can forever change their life, that's when people are going to be willing to listen or adhere. But you have to understand that by that time, I'm not going to say it's necessarily too late. The lesson to be learned is already gone. It's just, are you going to be prepared to listen and follow directions the next time it comes around? You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand that there's different ways that people can get burned. People avoid getting burned. People choose not to listen the first time. But I'm telling you right now, it's just law. Once you feel some form of a pain or you get burnt, that's when you learn your lesson. And that's just with anything in life, bro. Sometimes we can have somebody to talk to us and let us know, yo, this is something you shouldn't be doing, or this is a person you shouldn't be playing around with. This is a situation you shouldn't be screwing off with. And then when you get burned and the situation probably isn't there, or things aren't like what they used to be, that's when people want to learn now. You get what I'm saying? I'll give you a quick example into this, right? Let's say you're a person who, let's say you like to ride bikes. And I've seen this happen multiple times. So this is a perfect lesson. And somebody tells you, yo, my nigga, you be riding on a bike, you need to slow it down a little bit. And you choose to not listen. I'm going to keep playing with fire. Because why? I don't want to listen. You could get in a situation where, yo, you could possibly end up with broken bones, broken fractures, or whatever the case may be. I've even witnessed and heard of people, yo, they've lost an arm and a leg, bro, because certain people talk to them about certain things and they refuse to listen the first time. It's just like, let's say if you a dude and you out here living fast, bro. I've had homies who do this stuff. They out here living fast in the streets, doing all types of stuff. And I try to talk to them, and guess what? In one ear, out the other. And you know when people are willing to listen? When they see that, yo, I'm in some possible trouble now. Now I should have listened the first time. Because it's the famous saying, bro, warning comes before destruction. If people talk to you all day long, yo, you know you're doing this and it's wrong, you need to stop. You can count that or chalk that up as, yo, you just got a warning from God or the universe or whatever it is that you want to believe or go for before something drastic really does take place. And that's when people are going to be more willing to listen. And that's when also people find some form of an empathy and compassion through these situations, because it's difficult. Now you want some form of a leniency. You're willing to show some pity on yourself, and you want somebody to show you some pity, i.e. you need empathy. You have to understand that if you keep playing these games and people talk to you about certain lifestyles you live and you're not trying to listen, it's going to be that much harder for people to even want to show you any form of a pity. Because why? We've talked to you all this time. It's just like when you tell people, look, if you keep doing this, this is going to be the end result. Whether you keep skipping school, you're going to fail. You keep calling out of your job, they're going to fire you. People are willing to learn and accept certain things once the damage has already been done. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to be one of these people where you don't wait till the milk starts to spoil before you try and change it out. Or you don't want to wait till you start to see the flame rise and you get burnt before you learn the lesson. Try to learn from other people and their experiences, bro. That's what's going to make all the difference in the world and make you open up your eyes a little bit faster. Because there are some people who are out here not judging nobody. It's like they're in la la land, or like their mind is turned off, like they're delusional. And then they choose to wake up. Yo, when I get burnt, it's like the flame was so hot, it brought them back to reality. You get what I'm saying? Give you another one, right? Motivation for change. Negative experiences can serve as a catalyst for change. So I'm going to give you an example. And if you watch me, you know what I'm about to say. Remember when I said people do not want to change unless they see that their ways or their behaviors have gotten them to a point where it's cost them. You get what I'm saying? It goes any way you want to. Let's say you was out here being a hoe and God gave you somebody loyal to stay down with you. And you chose, I'm going to go ahead and still be a hoe. Now that person's gone. Guess what? You got burnt. Your ways is not going to be accepted by everybody. So now I need to change, bruh. But guess what? Sometimes you could chalk that up as an L, homie. This too late. It's a rarity those situations come back around to you. Because you got to understand that if you keep playing around in life, you keep playing around, then it's like, you know what? I want to change now. You're probably wanting to change because your ways have forced people away from you. And this is one of the main things why I tell people, if you're out here doing bullshit, if you're out here doing foolishness, fuckery, whatever you want to call it, I'm not here to judge you or throw a stone at you and say, yeah, I just hit you with a stone, you bleeding. No, what I'm trying to tell you is, first-handedly, I watch other people since a kid coming up. Yo, your behaviors costed you good friends. Your behaviors costed you a relationship with somebody who really cared about you. Or your behavior costed you a job. Or you get what I'm saying? There's some people who do certain things and they don't learn their lesson until they get, I got burnt. You get what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell you is, before you get to that stage of, oh my God, you feel the fire, you feel the pain, you got burnt, you want to learn to save yourself before you get from there. You get what I'm saying? I understand certain people do things because, yes, it's like a natural high or it's like a relief. But you have to understand that if you're playing a game and you know that it's not going to serve you, or it's just like a temporary fun or a temporary high, that high can easily turn into misery and sorrow, because it can cost you people who will definitely walk away from you. You probably won't see it, but your behaviors can cost a lot of people to move away from you, dog. and it will leave a sour taste in your mouth. Especially if you're dealing with certain people where it's like, yo, if you're refusing to change, that's it, I'm AWOL. I'm one of them people. If you do certain things, not everybody's going to give you a second chance to come back around. I'm not one of them people. I gave second chance to a lot of people, but it's like, it's a waste of time. People just going to continue doing their foolishness until they learn. So that's why I say what I say to you guys, man. Some people, they learn once they get burnt. And I want you to understand that just because you might have done something foolish doesn't mean you can't bounce back. Doesn't mean that you can't get another W or win tomorrow. But I'm telling you right now, playing stupid games can get you burnt to the point where certain people X you out and there's no point of return from that. You feel me? And if you know you have people around you that are genuine and loyal or loving or whatever the case may be, and you value these people, act like it and put some respect on them, bro. You get what I'm saying? That being said, remember this. Words can't help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I aim to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world, man. Peace.